The internet has just exploded. And no, this isn't some ordinary love and hip-hop drama. This is something darker, deeper, and far more shocking. Moments ago, fans were blindsided by what insiders are now calling the most explosive revelation in Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin's entire relationship history. According to leaked reports, a private DNA test, yes, a DNA test has surfaced, shaking the foundation of their 2-decade-long love story. And when the truth hit, witnesses say Chrissy completely broke down. What was supposed to be a quiet family matter has turned into a full-blown media firestorm. Sources close to the couple claim Jim Jones' private conversation with a close friend was secretly recorded, and that audio is now circulating online. In it, Jim allegedly admits something that has fans losing their minds. It's questioning everything we thought we knew about their relationship. Twitter is in flames. Instagram blogs are posting wild theories every second. Some say it's betrayal. Others swear it's a setup. But one thing's for sure, the emotional fallout is massive. Chrissy's been spotted leaving their shared home in tears, and Jim, he's vanished from social media entirely. Everyone's asking the same question. What could be so devastating that it sent one of hip-hop's most iconic couples spiraling into chaos overnight? The answer? Might destroy everything. The internet is in complete chaos right now, and no one can believe what just surfaced. Jim Jones, the man who stood beside Chrissy Lampkin through years of drama, headlines, and reality TV heartbreak, has just dropped a revelation that's tearing the entire hip-hop community apart. Sources close to the couple say a DNA test has turned their world upside down. And the emotional fallout has left Chrissy in uncontrollable tears. This isn't gossip. This isn't rumor. This is the kind of scandal that destroys trust, breaks homes, and rewrites everything we thought we knew about one of hip-hop's most iconic couples. It all started when a mysterious clip began circulating. Late last night, a recording that allegedly captures Jim in a heated conversation with someone fans suspect is his cousin, hinting that the child everyone believed to be his may not share his DNA. Within hours, the audio went viral. Twitter exploded. Fans flooded Chrissy's Instagram with thousands of comments asking if she knew. And then in the middle of the night, Chrissy posted a cryptic story. Sometimes love blinds you to the truth you were never ready to face. It vanished within minutes. But the damage was already done. Insiders close to Jim say he'd been suspicious for months. He'd noticed small inconsistencies. Things Chrissy said that didn't add up. Appointments she couldn't explain. Calls she silenced when he walked in. But it wasn't until an anonymous source sent him a leaked paternity document that everything began to crumble. According to one insider who spoke exclusively under anonymity, Jim broke down when he saw the results. He confronted Chrissy in their New Jersey home, where the argument allegedly spiraled out of control. He kept saying, "Tell me this isn't true. Tell me you didn't lie to me like this," the insider said. Neighbors claim they heard shouting, glass breaking, and what sounded like Chrissy sobbing uncontrollably before Jim stormed out by morning. Fans noticed Jim had wiped every trace of Chrissy from his Instagram page. Every couple photos gone, every memory deleted. Within minutes, fan pages started circulating screenshots of the purge, speculating that a breakup was inevitable. But then came the twist. Jim went live. His voice was shaking, his tone raw with anger and disbelief. "When you give your life to somebody," he said, "and they hand you back lies, it changes something inside you. I ain't the same person no more." He didn't say Chrissy's name, but everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. Chrissy, meanwhile, was seen leaving their house hours later, visibly distraught, wearing dark glasses and refusing to speak to the press. Paparazzi caught her wiping tears as she entered her car, but when a reporter asked if the DNA rumors were true, she just whispered, "I can't talk about that right now," before driving off. That one line ignited another wildfire online. Fans began dissecting every detail of their relationship. pulling up old love and hip-hop clips, analyzing body language, and resurfacing every past argument that now looked like a clue. But here's where things take an even darker turn. A second leak hit the internet just hours later, a recorded phone call allegedly between Chrissy and a close friend. In the clip, a woman sounding exactly like Chrissy says, "I didn't mean for it to go this far. He wasn't supposed to find out." The call has already racked up millions of plays across platforms. And though Chrissy's reps are denying it's real, audio experts online are convinced it's authentic. Jim hasn't responded publicly to the leak, but sources say he's completely cut off contact. "He's in shock," one friend said. "He trusted her more than anyone, and now he feels played on a level that's tearing him apart." Others claim he's been staying at a friend's recording studio, refusing to take calls or answer texts. Meanwhile, social media is losing its mind. Twitter threads are filled with theories about who the real father could be, with some fans even pointing fingers at a known industry name. Instagram is flooded with think pieces. TikTok creators are dissecting the timeline. And YouTube commentators are calling this the biggest betrayal since Beyoncé's Lemonade era. The streets are talking, and everyone wants to know what's really going on behind those mansion doors. But here's the twist no one saw coming. Late last night, fan posted screenshots that allegedly show Chrissy's best friend deleting old text messages and private photos. Messages that could reveal what really happened the night everything went down. Within minutes, those posts vanished and her entire account was deactivated. People are calling it damage control, but others believe something much more sinister is being covered up. And just when it seemed like things couldn't possibly get worse, Jim was spotted walking into a private clinic earlier today alone. Insiders claim he requested another test, determined to confirm once and for all whether the first one was real or fabricated. According to reports, he refused to let anyone accompany him, not even his family. Whatever he's searching for in those results might be the final straw that changes his life and Chrissy's forever. Because word on the street is, if that second test confirms what the first one said, Jim isn't just walking away, he's going public. And the truth he's about to drop might end more than just a relationship. It might expose a web of lies that's been quietly festering behind closed doors for years. The storm hasn't even settled from the first leak, and yet another explosion has just rocked the internet. The second DNA test that Jim Jones took in private has allegedly confirmed the rumors. And what's emerging now is darker, deeper, and more shocking than anyone could have imagined, according to a verified insider close to Jim's circle. The results came back the same as before, and this time, there's no room for denial. The child that Jim once believed was his may not share his DNA, and that revelation has reportedly shattered Chrissy beyond recognition. When the news broke, Jim reportedly disappeared from the public eye completely, no calls, no texts, no social media activity. But behind the scenes, he was preparing to unleash something massive. Sources say he hired a private investigator weeks ago, long before the DNA tests, after growing suspicious of inconsistencies in Chrissy's stories. The investigator allegedly uncovered a string of late-night meets, secret hotel receipts, and even encrypted text conversations between Chrissy and a man linked to the music industry, someone fans already know by name. I can't believe would ever be involved. And then came the leaked voice note. Out of nowhere, an audio file began circulating across social media, a recording allegedly capturing Chrissy and the mystery man arguing. The male voice is heard saying, "You told me he'd never find out," to which the woman replies, "He wasn't supposed to. He was supposed to trust me." The moment that clip hit Twitter, the entire timeline detonated. Fans demanded answers. Bloggers went into overdrive. And #ChrissyExposed started trending worldwide within the hour. Meanwhile, multiple witnesses have now come forward claiming that Mendices was one of the first people Jim called after the results dropped. Apparently, Jim broke down crying, telling him, "Bro, I don't even know who to believe anymore." Mendices allegedly urged him to keep calm and avoid making any public moves. But according to one insider, T wasn't listening. He said he's done being quiet, the source revealed. He's ready to burn it all down. But if Jim was angry, Chrissy was devastated. Friends close to her say she's been barely holding it together, refusing to leave the house or eat. One friend revealed that Chrissy spent hours watching old clips of her and Jim from their love and hip-hop days. The proposal, the tears, the laughter, whispering, "We were supposed to be forever." Fans who've supported her for years are now torn, with some defending her fiercely, while others are demanding the truth. Then, out of nowhere, a new layer of the scandal surfaced. A leaked screenshot, allegedly showing a direct message exchange between Chrissy and a man saved in her phone, as C. The messages are damning. He's starting to ask questions. One reads, "If he finds out, it's over." The screenshot spread like wildfire, reposted by thousands of accounts before Chrissy's team threatened legal action to get it taken down. But it was too late. Once the internet sees something, it's never forgotten. And just when everyone thought that was the final blow, another bombshell dropped. TMZ-style blogs released grainy surveillance footage allegedly showing Chrissy meeting the mystery man in the parking lot of a recording studio 2 weeks before the first DNA test. She's seen crying, hugging him, and saying, "I can't lose everything over this." The video quality is rough, but fans are convinced it's her. Within hours, hashtags like #Chrissy caught on cam and #Jim deserves better began trending across all major platforms. Jim, however, has remained eerily silent, at least publicly. But insiders say his silence is strategic. One close friend revealed that Jim's been working with his legal team to gather every piece of evidence before going public. He doesn't want to just react emotionally, the friend said. He wants to make sure when he speaks, it's with facts that can't be denied. Behind closed doors, though, the emotional toll is staggering. A source from Jim's camp described one late-night scene that sounds straight out of a movie. Jim sitting in the dark, staring at a photo of him and Chrissy whispering, "Why would you do this to me?" before smashing the frame to the floor. His mother, Nancy, better known as Mama Jones, reportedly showed up the next morning and told him, "I told you she wasn't for you." That moment, according to witnesses, was when Jim finally decided to cut all ties. Meanwhile, Chrissy hasn't been seen in public since the video leak. Some reports suggest she fled New York to stay with a relative in Miami. Others claim she's seeking professional help to deal with the fallout. But one thing is certain, she's been completely silent on social media for over a week. Something fans say has never happened before. Even her brand collaborations have gone dark. Her business partners are reportedly panicking, fearing that the scandal's bad press could tank upcoming launches, adding fuel to the fire. A supposed friend of the mystery man came forward with a shocking statement claiming that Chrissy had been seeing him secretly for over a year and that the situation spiraled out of control after she realized she might be pregnant. The friend insisted that the man tried to walk away, but Chrissy convinced him it was Jim's baby. He didn't want to ruin her life, the source said. But once the DNA tests came out, everything fell apart. The revelation has split fans down the middle. Half are heartbroken for Jim, calling him the most loyal man in hip-hop, while others are urging compassion for Chrissy, arguing that something deeper must have been going on behind the scenes. But things got even crazier when a mysterious Twitter account began posting private details about Jim and Chrissy's life. Details only someone in their inner circle could possibly know. The account, which goes by @TruthThinthrup, has been dropping coded tweets that many believe point to even more. Its betrayals yet to be exposed. The latest tweet read, "The DNA test wasn't the only secret. Wait till you hear about the money." Within minutes, speculation exploded. What money? What deal? What could possibly be worse than this? Fans began connecting dots, pointing to recent real estate moves, sudden cash withdrawals, and missing paperwork related to Jim's investment projects. Some even claim Chrissy might have been moving money behind his back. If that's true, this scandal isn't just emotional, it could become criminal. And insiders say Jim's team is already preparing for what's about to hit next. Because as devastating as the DNA revelation is, the story's far from over. What no one expected is that the next leak, the one that's about to drop, won't come from Chrissy's side at all. It'll come from someone inside Jim's camp. And what that insider is about to reveal might destroy both of them for good. Both of them for good. The internet can't breathe right now. The entire love and hip-hop universe has turned into a war zone after the latest insider leak dropped. And this time, it's not just rumors or speculation. It's cold, hard proof. The insider who came forward, someone identified only as Jay, a longtime member of Jim's inner circle, has leaked a 47-second voice memo that's sending shockwaves across the industry. The recording allegedly captures Jim himself moments before going public, breaking down in a call with his lawyer and saying, if this gets out, it's not just her reputation on the line, it's my legacy. That one line alone sent fans spiraling into chaos. What legacy? What secret could be so explosive that even Jim Jones fears it going public? Within hours, the hashtags #JonesLegacyLeak and #DNA Deception dominated social feeds. And just when it seemed impossible for this scandal to get any darker, another revelation hit the blogs like an earthquake. According to leaked legal documents, Jim had already filed preliminary paperwork to separate all shared assets weeks before Chrissy even found out about the DNA test. It turns out this scandal didn't begin with a test. It began with a betrayal years in the making. According to a source close to Mama Jones, Jim had suspicions long before any DNA drama. He told me back in 2021, she reportedly said in a tearful phone interview. He said something felt off, but he loved that woman too much to face it. That love, insiders say, blinded him to the truth until now. The documents also mention a mysterious $85,000 transfer made from Jim's joint business account to a private LLC registered under Chrissy's name. That LLC, it turns out, was linked to a boutique that shut down just 6 months after launching with no trace of where the money went. Fans are now piecing together the timeline, realizing that this secret transaction took place around the same time Jim began questioning Chrissy's loyalty. Could this be the money secret hinted at by the anonymous account at Truth in the Trap? All signs point to yes. And while Jim's world was collapsing, Chrissy's was crumbling in silence. Reports say she reached out to a crisis PR team begging for help controlling the narrative. But before her team could act, another devastating leak hit the scene, an alleged email exchange between Chrissy and the mystery man, where she writes, "I didn't mean for it to go this far. I just needed someone who saw me." The reply, "You used me, then hid behind him." That email chain alone has torn the internet apart. By now, Chrissy's once glamorous image has all but shattered. Brands have quietly begun severing ties. A major fashion deal she was set to announce has reportedly been indefinitely postponed. And her longtime friends, the same circle that once defended her, have gone radio silent. Even Yandy Smith, who fans expected to speak up in Chrissy's defense, has stayed quiet. Some speculate Yandy knows more than she's letting on, while others say she's simply staying out of a war that's gotten too toxic to touch. Meanwhile, Jim's silence has transformed into strategy. Just days after the insider leak, cameras caught him stepping out in Harlem, not with Chrissy, but with his mother and legal counsel. He looked exhausted but composed. When paparazzi shouted, "Is it true about the DNA?" he didn't respond. But a small smirk crossed his face, and that single haunting look has become the internet's latest obsession. Fans are dissecting every frame, every blink, every breath, convinced that Jim's silence means something much bigger is coming. Then came the explosive live stream. Out of nowhere, an Instagram Live notification from an account claiming to have proof Jim's story isn't clean began circulating. Thousands joined within minutes. The masked individual on camera claimed to be another insider, this time from Chrissy's side, and what they revealed flipped the entire narrative upside down. According to them, Jim might not be as innocent as he seems. They allege that Jim tampered with the DNA test results to humiliate Chrissy publicly. A revenge move after discovering her affair. Instantly, the internet exploded into two sides, hashtag Team Chrissy and hashtag Team Jim. One camp believes Jim is the victim of manipulation and betrayal. The other swears he masterminded a trap to destroy Chrissy's reputation once and for all. Even celebrity voices jumped into the chaos. 50 Cent posted a cryptic laughing emoji with the caption, "Told y'all years ago." While Remy Ma tweeted, "Never mix love with revenge. Nobody wins." But just when people thought they'd heard everything, an unverified clip surfaced from inside Jim's house. Security footage allegedly leaked by someone who used to work on his team shows Jim and Chrissy in the middle of a heated confrontation days before the DNA test went public. Chrissy is seen screaming, "You were never supposed to find out like this." And Jim shouts back, "Then how, Chrissy? How was I supposed to find out?" The clip ends abruptly with Chrissy storming out, slamming the door, leaving Jim in tears. The raw emotion in that footage has haunted fans ever since. People flooded social media with emotional posts. "You can see the pain in his eyes," one wrote. "They were our favorite couple. This feels personal." Another user posted, "This isn't entertainment anymore, it's tragedy." But the biggest twist of all dropped just hours ago. A close friend of both Jim and Chrissy revealed to a major gossip outlet that there's another test, one that hasn't been released yet. And according to them, this final test might rewrite everything. "All I'll say is, the truth ain't what y'all think," the source teased. "When the real results drop, everyone's gonna owe Chrissy an apology." The internet is now at war trying to figure out what that means. Could the previous tests have been fake? Did someone alter the results for revenge or control? Or is this just another layer of manipulation in a love story that's fallen apart in real time before millions of eyes? Whatever the truth is, both Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin have been completely silent since the rumor of the final test began. Their joint representatives have declined to comment, but fans can feel it. Something massive is brewing. Because if the third DNA test proves that Jim was wrong all along, it won't just redeem Chrissy. It'll destroy everything he's built, every narrative, every defense, every ounce of credibility left. And tonight, as the world waits for that final result to drop, one thing's certain: this is no longer just a scandal. It's a war of truth versus deception. And when the truth finally comes out, somebody's entire empire is going to fall. If you thought this story was over, think again, because what's coming next could flip everything upside down. The truth behind Jim Jones' DNA revelation and Chrissy Lampkin's silence is unraveling faster than anyone can control. And every hour, new leaks are pouring in. If you blink, you'll miss the next twist. And trust me, the next one could change everything we thought we knew about love, loyalty, and betrayal in the hip-hop world. The streets are whispering that the final DNA test might already be in, and insiders are saying it's not what anyone expected. If that's true, this scandal is about to explode on a level nobody's ever seen before. We're talking careers destroyed, reputations erased, and alliances shattered forever. You do not want to find out about it secondhand when it breaks. So before the next bombshell drops, hit that like button right now, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this story is evolving by the minute. Every video we post is pulling the curtain back further, revealing what they don't want the world to know. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Whose side are you on? Do you believe Jim's revelation, or do you think Chrissy is being framed in the biggest betrayal of the decade? The truth is coming, but until it does, remember, every secret eventually surfaces. And when it does, it won't just break the internet. It'll expose everything. It'll expose everything.